2021. It's just a few days more. April will end. So it's time goes by so fast. We just celebrate Thai New Year. And COVID-19 right now in Thailand is in very severe, very bad. However, in the monastery, is a COVID-free environment. No one coming in and no one going out. And our volunteer friends in Thailand say that, oh, you're just like a boarding school. I don't know, like we don't know the world outside there, we just enjoy our daily life here. Can you imagine that for the last, more than a year, I think it's nearly 2 years for when we have COVID-19 right now, somehow. But all of us, more than 160 people, stay at one place. Can you imagine that? Just except we have to go to the immigration office to extend our visa. So it's a daily life, quite just like a routine. We wake up at 4 o'clock, and we have sitting meditation at 4:45, and we have breakfast at 7, and I will have a sutra class start at 8:30, and then language class and lunch and working meditation, and then we do exercise, a physical exercise, and 5:30 p.m. we have dinner, and 7:30 we have sitting meditation, sitting and chanting again. And for the last year, our life just like that. And because our life used to have lay friends who come for the retreat, and we give in the retreat to them, but for when COVID-19 happening, our monastery closed, so there's no retreat. So it's somehow our life, our daily life, like monastic life is kind of been, changing a lot also, just like your life right now. So how can we be happy and satisfied and feel fulfilled, or don't get bored when things just happen again, the same thing every day? Up to this point, our monastery is still safe, and we still enjoy our life very much in a daily practice. And however, for me, I sit in front of computer more. Just like you when you have to work at home. And it's really nice that, like, this is the first time that I have total relaxation before the Dharma talk. This is I've been in Plum Village since ordaining with Thai for like more than 20 years, and this is my first time that I have total relaxation before the Dharma talk, and it was so great. Bethany did a very good job. I really enjoy it, and I said, oh my God, it's so, that's why my face looks fresher right now. So how can we maintain our state of being during the COVID-19, a pandemic period? For me, it's somehow in the morning, I'm waiting for somebody to say, how are you, sister? How are you, dear? And, like this question when you stay at home or you go to work, you've been asked every day, right? But somehow, it feels good when we have somebody ask you, how are you today? And that question, it just reflects on my life every day. So how am I? And if somebody asks me that question, automatically I respond, I'm fine. Do you do the same? Somebody ask you that question, you respond automatically that I'm fine. Without, give yourself a minute break to tune in and say, oh, how am I right now? But I realized that I answered that question automatically, like a default. I answer in the default mode. I said, okay, whatever they ask me, I will answer that. And if we don't have anyone to answer that question, I say, oh, somebody forgot me and cannot recognize my existence in the monastery. I can feel, oh, I feel lonely. But it's just a common sense that is how we respond to life. We just go on with our daily life as a routine and respond to life automatically, and this is not the way that I really feel okay, because the more when I live that way, I feel like, what interesting thing in life right now. When we stuck in the monastery or at home, so I every morning I open when I just wake up at 4 o'clock, when the bell's invited, I open my eyes and I smile to myself. And I say, how are you, dear? So I am the one who asks myself, how am I? And I hope that you can do that. Somehow we forget. In our daily life, we forget. We just open our eyes and we just started to seeking for something that you want to do for today, or you still get stuck with the past, something that it didn't feel good. Our minds always like that. We not really feel every morning when we just wake up is a fresh, a brand new moment of our daily life, of our life. So we have to, for me, that I have to be the one always there for me, and ask us, how am I? So when we know how to just feel how we are in the present moment, we don't have to solve the problem right now. Or when we have problems, we don't have to solve or don't have to do anything. Just be there for it. So this is something that the practice of mindfulness help us to do. That just of when you're in the morning, especially for for friends who over 50 like me, I just really do a body scan when I just wake up. And you see, oh, my body, or how my body is today. Is it any pain, physical pain, or my mind is still busy with whatever happened that unpleasant from yesterday, from many days past. So this is how the practice of stopping, how to be there. And the food that for our mind is mean that you have, before you know how to take care of your mind or your body, the first requirement for us is we have to be there for ourselves. So this is a practice of being present in the first moment of the day. And this is when the more we do, we feel more alive. We feel that there's something we need to be present for ourselves. And I know that, like Will said, that in our online friends is about on most of you, more than 57% are new practitioners. So I'm thinking that, what about we just take a moment and take a deep breath. Just close all your senses. Take a deep breath and tune in your body and your mind. This time is not a time that you want to get something new. This is a time that, just like total relaxation, you feel yourself in the awake state. You can visualize your posture from the head to the toes. You can feel your head, your face, your shoulders, your back. You can feel the energy that flowing, circulating in our body. Can you feel the warmth in your palms? Can you feel that your heart's beating is, and the air coming to our nose all this very real for us right now. We just be still to feel. We can return to ourselves, the islands within ourselves. You can ask yourself that, am I happy right now? Deep down in your heart, this is a big sadness or not? Or worries? You can ask yourself, I enjoying my breathing or not? How is my breath? Do I know that I'm still alive? Am I happy from being alive? That I can still breathe. How have I been living my life? Do I water my mind with a bad seeds? Water bad news from outside? I'm still looking for something from outside. I take a deep breath. Look carefully at ourselves right now. I'm recognizing what's going on inside of my body. Somehow I feel so hard to breathe deeply. Somehow it's the first time that I can feel my breath. Maybe this is the first time that I can feel my pain deep down, my suffering. Maybe this is the first time that I can feel that I am alive. And I'm very grateful for it. You don't have to think, you don't have to do anything, you don't have to say anything. Just be present right here and right now. Just allow yourself to feel how your personal well-being is. So you can open your eyes now. And you know that is just, that's the art of living. This is a practice of mindfulness. There's nothing else. Just be there. And when we practice mindfulness, first of all, that it helps us to be present. And this is what you did. You tune in, you feel your breath, you feel your being, your mind, your state of mind, your physical state. Sometimes we think that we have to find something else outside of us, or something else that somebody bring happiness to us. Before I ordained, I didn't know anything about mindfulness practice, but I know that there's somewhere that I can learn, or there is a teacher that I can learn from. And this is what all he taught me. Just feel yourself. Stop running. And he told me that, oh dear, do you know that in our life we will encounter difficulties, we encounter problems, we encounter a lot of things that we dislike. Besides that, we still have a lot of things that wonderful, that we never know. So how can you get in touch with that? And we sit down. I put a chair for him just next to the lotus pond. That time I was his attendant. So he sat on the chair, and I was sitting next to him on the floor, on the ground. I remember that time he didn't say anything. So both of us, both of us just sit there and just sat still. And he told me that, feel yourself right now. You don't have to react to that. Just feel how, from outside and also from within. And we sat like that quite a long time. And then he said, okay, we go home. And that's it. A Zen teacher like that. But somehow peace and happiness and joy, and even you have time to touch your suffering. You don't have to say, you don't have to speak. So he just, he taught me, just be there, dear. Embrace how you feel in that moment. Just like you're holding a baby, a crying baby, if you suffer. And in the moment of happiness, he said that instead of you show your excitement or you talk and that, just maintain your calmness and feel the happiness that is just arising and penetrate into every cells of your body. And you know that this is a happy moment in your life. You don't need to grasp that happiness, because if you grasp it, you will disappoint it and you're sad, because everything's impermanent. This is, the same as your happiness. So he told me that when you're happy, when you can feel the happiness inside or outside of you, feel it deeper. So you let that happy moment penetrate deeper in your body, in your mind. So he said that, usually people remember the suffering more than, the happiness. They suffer so much, and year after year, but when they have happiness, it just come and they are so excited, it's just so happy, and then next day they forget, because somehow we assume that the happiness has happened to us. It's a normal thing, and suffering is not. So we put extra feelings, extra imagination, extra perception into our suffering. So that's why we remember our suffering much, much, much longer. And the practice of mindfulness, we just be there. We don't grasp when we're happy. We don't reject when we suffer. So that's why what I show you, how we just be there with ourselves. We still can do our daily routine, but with the practice of mindfulness, we can live each moment of our life in a very conscious way, and really be present for whatever happening so we don't have to suffer so much. And Thais usually said that you know how to suffer, so you can suffer less. And if you know how to be happy, it will stay in your heart longer. And be honest that this is all I do. I do every day. I still have many responsibility in the monastery. I I do just things just like you do. But everything we do, we just be present. We just live in that moment. When we make a step, we know that we make a step. And when we breathe, like we feel that the air, the oxygen come into our nose, and when we breathe out, we feel relaxed. And when we eat, we know that we are eating. And when we sit, we just be still. So we just be there. So we don't have to run into the future that this is what I want to go and try to get. I somehow after I got a job before I ordained, I say, what else in life that is that I can feel in a deeper level? And I just feel like if the weather is good, that is satisfy what I want, I'm happy. And if I want to go out and if it rains, I complain. But deep down in my heart, I say, there must be the way that we can live our life in the way more meaningful, without complaining or try to get what we want. It's just like disappointment or dissatisfaction and sadness. It's always there. Just like, no one wants to have COVID-19 and people still dying. There's some people in Thailand in this season dying because of COVID-19. So we try to be there for us. And the practice of mindfulness is just so simple. We just tune in to feel, to see that how we are, and give our time and space. And we know that we just give ourselves time and space and be still to feel more instead of to react. So we don't we don't think too much. When we receive information from our senses, and we check if this information or the input are nourishing us or not. If it's not, we can leave them aside. So it's in our practice, whenever when people come to our monastery. I say, okay, everybody adult right now, but when you come to retreat, you have to learn how to eat again. You have to learn how to walk. You know how you have to learn how to sit and many things else like speaking and smiling and resting, just like to become a baby again, how to do things mindfully and consciously. This is all about mindfulness. When we breathe in, we know that, we breathing in. When we breathe out, we know that we're breathing out. And when we're eating, after the Dharma talk, we have sitting meditation and eating meditation. So we know that when we sit, we just sit. We don't let our mind, like a chatter in our mind talking too much, because it's occupied our mind, and we cannot be present. And this practice is a lifetime practice, so nobody will be get enlightened overnight. I've been in the practice, I think, long enough, but I still see every day is a new day, because every day is different. And I check about the way I live, the way I speak, the way I think, the way I perceive things, the way I have, my view, the way I behave to people, the way, about my attitude to such a situation and my response. All of this is just so new every day. And I learn from just start and give myself space and time to look at it, contemplate, what should I do? Should I talk? Should I speak to that person? Or should I just stay calm and stay silent? And the practice, just being present, can help us to do that. And there's a song, is a island of self. So I can sing a song. I hope that you can feel that within ourselves right here in this body, there's an island with full of wonders of life here, and it's somehow we forget. So I invite everybody, close your eyes and feel the song. Okay. So if you can feel, just be aware of your breathing and turn your attention inward in order to feel. Breathing in, I go back to the island within myself. There are beautiful trees within the island. There are clear streams of water, there are birds sun shines and fresh air. Breathing out, I feel safe. I enjoy going back to the island. Breathing in, I go back to the island within myself. There are beautiful trees within the island. There are clear streams of water. There are birds, sunshine, and fresh air. Breathing out, I feel safe. I enjoy going back to my island. Take a deep breath. We know that within ourselves, there's full of wonders that I hope that you don't forget it. I just be aware that I didn't see anybody smiling during the whole time. And somehow just smiling at you, still forget. Everybody have a beautiful smile. And we smile. It's not only time that we feel happy. We can smile during the hard time of our life. And it gives us so much strength and courage to go through hard time and difficulties. And we know that if we love ourselves, we need to be still and return to the island of yourself. So you don't forget yourself. And first of all, that you need to you don't let any worries and your perceptions and troubles to occupy your mind too much. We know that we cannot avoid them, but for me, I laugh at them. But also difficulties or challenges in life, if I give myself chances to deal with them, because challenges can strengthen myself, and all I need to do is just take, every time that I return to myself, I take a mindful breath, feel with my breath, and stay with myself. And as you know that we always have Sangha surrounding and friends support us and love us and care for us. We don't have to go alone. You'll never be alone. So the practice of mindfulness is a good food that it's just like the first step. We train ourselves in body and mind. So it really needs your determination, effort, and a very right view that I am aware of this and that, and be present for myself and right in this moment. I just be present for my happiness. I be present for my suffering. I be present for the people I love. So it needs your patience. The practice needs your patience. It needs your determination and effort. And everybody knows that it's nothing for free. If you want to practice, you have to do it. So just like the song, you can every day you can find some time in a day, you return to your island and feel and enjoy the wonders in that island. So thank you so much for your deep listening, and I bowing out for Will to share. Thank you.
So, dear respected Thai, dear Sister Luong Nghiem, dear friends, thank you, Sister Luong Nghiem, for the illuminating talk. I hope everyone's mind is nourished by her good food. You can indicate with that heart sign, you know, that reaction, love sign, if you love the talk. So let us listen to 3 sounds of the bell to mark the end of the Dharma talk. So can I invite everyone to come back and feel our breath? Have a smile of gratitude. Listen. The sound of the bell brings me back to my true home in the here and now.